Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Wall Street Journal World News.
March 2nd, 4:41 America, New York. Ukraine's Kharkiv frontline holds despite bombardment. Russian forces resumed airstrikes on Ukraine's second-largest city and continued pounding other cities as they sought to break the will of Ukraine's resistance on the seventh day of the war. BBC News World.
March 2nd, 4:33 America, New York. Ukraine invasion. Crowd surround car believed to be Russian. Watch as a crowd in the northeastern city of Kupiansk try to stop the vehicle from leaving.
Mirror World News.
March 2nd, 4:24 America, New York. Bulldog gives birth to miracle puppy with bright green fur at odds of 1 in 10,000. The pup was part of a litter of 8 born to Mum Freya, and it was first feared she was stillborn, but she started behaving normally and has been thriving ever since.
Washington Post World.
March 2nd, 4:22 America, New York. Who is Olena Zelenska, Ukraine's First Lady and Volodymyr Zelensky's wife? When Zelensky said that Moscow had made him target number 1, he noted that his family, which remains in the country, was target number 2. Fox World News.
March 2nd, 3:46 America, New York. Minister No. Lavrov embodies Moscow's steely posture. As Russia's top diplomat during the invasion of Ukraine, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov is embodying the Kremlin's defiant posture with a mixture of toughness and sarcasm.
RT World News.
March 2nd, 3:41 America, New York. German ex-chancellor's staff quit over his ties to Russia, reports. The staffers reportedly left in response to Gerhard Schroeder's refusal to vacate posts at the Rosneft and Gazprom energy giants. Gerhard Schroeder, a German social democratic politician who served as the country's chancellor from 1998 to 2005, has had all his staff walk out on him.
Fox World News.
March 2nd, 3:35 America, New York. Moldova welcomes Ukrainian refugees, offers them jobs amid labor shortage, report. Tens of thousands of Ukrainian refugees fleeing for their lives have arrived in Moldova, a country on Ukraine's southern border, since Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered troops across the border last week.
Washington Post World.
March 2nd, 3:16 America, New York. German leader visits Israel as Russia-Ukraine war rages. Germany's chancellor is visiting Israel on a trip planned before fighting broke out between Russia and Ukraine.
RT World News.
March 2nd, 3:11 America, New York. Biden appears to mistakenly call Ukrainians Iranians. The U.S. president seemed to misaddress Washington's support during his State of the Union speech. U.S. President Joe Biden had his latest episode of geographic gaffes while delivering his State of the Union address on Tuesday.
Mirror World News.
March 2nd, 3:04 America, New York. Russia-Ukraine war live. City falls to Putin's forces and troops storm hospital. Kyiv and Kharkiv continue to hold out the Russian invading forces but are facing heavy shelling every night. Vladimir Putin's troops have been accused of bombing civilians.
BBC News World.
March 2nd, 2:58 America, New York. Ukraine crisis. Walkout at UN as Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov speaks. Watch the moment diplomats in Geneva turned their backs on Sergei Lavrov as he spoke via video link.
Wall Street Journal World News.
March 2nd, 1:45 America, New York. New Zealand police battle protesters to end occupation of Parliament grounds. Authorities met resistance as they tore down tents and towed away vehicles in an area dubbed Freedom Village.
Time.
March 2nd, 0:27 America, New York. We are united. Joe Biden avoided partisan attacks in his State of the Union address. Joe Biden walked into the House chamber Tuesday night, maskless, shaking hands with lawmakers before he spoke about a new moment in the country easing its pandemic restrictions.
Time.
March 2nd, 0:25 America, New York. Beto O'Rourke set to challenge Governor Greg Abbott in Texas gubernatorial race. Austin, Texas. Republican Governor Greg Abbott will face Democrat Beto O'Rourke after voters in Texas opened what could be a lengthy, bruising primary season poised to reshape political power from state capitals to Washington.
New York Times World News.
March 1st, 23:36 America, New York. There will be a battle. A family prepares for war in Kyiv. As the war in Ukraine moves closer to the capital, some families are facing a difficult choice: stay home or take up arms.
New York Times World News.
March 1, 2215 America, New York. The Biden administration plans to release a new coronavirus strategy on Wednesday. President Biden has been walking a fine line in addressing the coronavirus pandemic.
PowerPost, March 1, 2135 America, New York. Exxon is latest oil major to announce departure from Russia over Ukraine invasion. Exxon becomes the latest major oil company to announce it's leaving Russia.